triangles. Welcome all of you to another maths class. In the last video, we have discussed Pythagoras theorem with proof. In this video, we are going to discuss the reverse of Pythagoras theorem. After that, we will start the problems on this topic, Pythagoras theorem.
So first of all, we all know Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? In a right triangle, sum of the squares of the smaller sides will be equal to the square of the largest side. In other terms, the hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the perpendicular sides. Okay. So next is just a reverse of Pythagoras theorem. Here the proof is not important. I don't wish to explain the proof. So look here, theorem 6.9. In a triangle, if square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then the angle opposite the first side is a right angle. That means the triangle is right triangle. Okay. In a triangle, suppose we don't know any angle is 90 degrees in the beginning. Suppose square of the largest one side, that is AB square, suppose that is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then it says that the angle opposite to the first side will be right angle. That means the triangle will be right triangle, right? So the direct theorem says that for a right triangle, the hypotenuse square is same as the sum of the squares of other two sides. And here, if the we don't say hypotenuse in the beginning, but for a side, if square of that side is equal to sum of the square of the other two sides, then the one angle will be 90 degrees. Which angle? The angle opposite to the first side. First side means the side taken alone, that is AB square in this picture. Okay, so that means AB will be the hypotenuse. Okay, that's just a reverse of Pythagoras theorem. The proof is given there in textbook. That's not much important for the exam point of view, so I don't explain now. But very simple. You can read the theorem in the textbook, and you will understand. Very simple proof. Okay, so we move to some problems. Some problems related to Pythagoras theorem. Some of the problems are very simple. You can directly apply the Pythagoras theorem. You will get the result. And some you want to apply the ratios, the similarity conditions. Okay, so we start with a simple problem here. This one. Okay, in the figure 6.48, I will show picture now. Okay, angle ACB is 90 degree and CD is perpendicular to AB, that is also given. We want to prove that BC square by AC square is equal to BD by AD. This is the picture. We want to prove that BC square by AC square is equal to BD by AD. So we want to prove that. So can you prove BC square by AC square is equal to BD by AD? How we can prove? Here CD is perpendicular to AB is given and angle C is 90 degrees given. Okay, so how we can prove? We want to get BC square by AC square is equal to BD by AD. This is the proof is just like the proof of the Pythagoras theorem. We want to start in same way. Okay, so we consider so since ACB is a right triangle, as CD is perpendicular drawn from the right angle to the hypotenuse, we can apply the first theorem we studied. Okay, so therefore the triangle formed in the left side, that is triangle ADC, will be similar to the large triangle. Large triangle you take in the same order. How will come? Triangle
ACB.
AC, right? ACB. And here you apply similarity ratio of the sides, corresponding sides. How will come? AD by AC is equal to AC by
AB.
Yes, AC by AB will come. Okay, then you just cross multiply. What will you get? AD into AB is equal to AC square. Okay. Now you take the second triangle on the right side, that is triangle In the same order you give name. So how will come triangle C, D,
DB.
B. Okay, similar to triangle A,
Triangle
C, B.
C.
Okay, so take the ratio same way. How will come
BD by BC.
BD by BC is equal to, then in the small triangle you take BC. So in the large triangle, the corresponding side will be
B.
AB.
okay, BA or AB. Okay, so now you multiply cross, you will get BD into AB is equal to BD into AB is equal to BC square. Okay, so the equation number 1 and equation number 2. What we have to do? Equation number 1 and equation
Divide.
divide, right? Divide equation number 1 by 2 or 2 by 1.
2 by 1.
2 by 1. So dividing 2 by 1, you can reach into this result, right? So what will come? AD into AB is equal to AC square divided by this. So BD into AB is equal to BC square, like this will come. Okay, so you can cancel AB. You can cancel AB. Okay, so what remains? AD by BD is equal to AC. Okay, I divided
Sir,
2
2
by 1.
by 1 alle.
2 by 1. Okay, no problem. Then we can turn it. No problem. Okay, so AD by BD we got AC square by BC square. Just to turn the denominator and numerator, you will get a BC square by AC square is equal to BD by AD. Okay. So we prove. Okay. So this proof is almost similar to the proof of the Pythagoras theorem, but here after making the equation number 1 and equation number 2, here we divide. But in the proof of Pythagoras theorem, we added these two equations, right? We added there, but here we just divide. So we have targeted this. So when you reach here, equation number 1 and equation number 2, just compare these equations with the given statement or the target, our aim. So we identify that if you divide this, there will come BC square by AC square. And in the other side, AB will be cancelled so that we can reach into this result. Okay.